Death Star, man. Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
Well, the rumor mill is churning again. Rogue Squadron, 2 new Star Wars projects. Great Scott! This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe. Of course, with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey, Doug, how you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty good, Joe. How you doing?
Doing great.
Great Scott.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I get it. Yes.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah.
All right. Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. And this news was funny, right? Like, there's a couple things here. One, it says, the article starts like, Patty Jenkins' Star Wars Rogue Squadron is still on Disney's schedule for December 2023. Wait a second.
Right. I know. It's like, wait, we can just like make these in a month now or something? I mean, that's how I'm feeling here. It's like, usually
like,
takes a little longer to make a feature.
Yeah, wasn't it delayed, right?
Yes. I mean, yes. Scheduling issues, right? She's going to, she was doing what? Cleopatra, Wonder Woman, all this. Yeah.
Well, she dropped out of Cleopatra, right?
Right.
So, I guess that freed up a little time, but Wonder Woman was later.
Right.
So, I don't know what the hell is going on anymore.
Exactly.
Everything's delayed.
Yes.
Everything's delayed. Just, yeah, I don't know.
It's going to be 7 years from now, and something's going to get delayed, and they're going to say, it was COVID.
Yeah, it's going to be 7 years from now, and we're going to be like, holy shit, I guess they weren't making Rogue Squadron.
Exactly.
I guess the rumors were true. No, but anyway, apparently they're still full steam ahead, right?
Sure.
Still doing stuff, still making things happen. So apparently, Patty Jenkins has been in contact with writer Mike Stackpole.
Right.
So the Rogue Squadron books, right?
Yes. Yes.
All
Well,
right.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, this came from a tweet from someone who attended GalaxyCon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just Brad at Jedi for Liberty. Not every day you get a chat with one of your favorite Star Wars authors. Great meeting Michael Stackpole, who told me he was highly excited about the upcoming Rogue Squadron movie and assured me Patty Jenkins had been in contact with him early on.
Okay.
So my question is, contact early on, is that continuing contact or just a phone call once, like?
Well, you see, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Right.
No,
I just hope the phone, I'm being very facetious here, but, the phone call go like this. Hey, Mike, tell me about this Star Wars thing.
Well, let's break this down, okay? Words matter, right?
Yes.
He assured me Patty Jenkins had been in contact with him.
Past tense, yes.
Early on.
Early on, right.
Not has been in contact with him since very early on,
right.
or something like that.
Throughout
Had.
Uh-huh.
Past tense. It's over.
Exactly. So I'm just wondering, is Michael Stackpole in the loop enough to even have heard that there were rumors of delays?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
No. That past tense.
Yeah.
I think this is key here.
Exactly.
But I do have another question.
Yeah.
Why was she in contact with him?
What do you mean? I mean, it's Rogue Squadron, right? Yeah,
yeah, but it's not Rogue Squadron. It's Rogue Squadron. It's the new Rogue Squadron.
Wait. You just said the same words.
Oh, I did. But I said it with different inflection.
I know you did, but still the same words. I would like to think that she would be picking his brain on like what makes this particular squadron of X-Wings special, right? What did people love about it when he was writing books about it? And what can she take away and apply to this film?
Yeah. And how do we write it to where they had no involvement whatsoever with the sequel trilogy?
Yeah.
What would they be doing?
I'm not quite sure what you mean. What would they be doing? They'd be fighting the Emperor, Exegol, right? The fleet. Yeah.
It's like, hey, we got a bunch of help. You think you might want to point out that Rogue Squadron's there.
All right. I mean, with all of the I mean, that would have been a classic Lucas style move, right? Where, you have Poe calling out to different leaders and this and that. And I have a feel, I got to be honest, Joe, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a feeling they would have had someone with a call sign of Rogue One or Rogue 2 or whatever. It would have confused, they feel like it would have confused people, right? Because, we had that in Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, I know it's weak, but I almost get the impression that might have been the thought.
Yeah, it's weak. Very weak.
Yes.
And they have no problem confusing people any other time.
Yeah, true.
So,
I mean, I don't know. There's,
they're perfectly okay with bringing people to Galactic Star Cruiser and confusing them with this, fight between Rey and Kylo Ren in between the movies.
Yes.
In between the movies where you pretty much got the impression that they hadn't talked since.
Exactly. I don't know. I would have loved nothing more than to see.
But I mean, we're going to come to find they actually met 15 more times in between there.
Yeah, exactly. I would have loved nothing more than to have seen pilots with rogue call signs, and you have a Wedge Antilles commanding a starship at this point, maybe, as opposed to a fighter. And
there's a problem with that.
What?
Why is he on the Millennium Falcon? Because
we had to put him somewhere, Joe. We thought about calling him in like way late and shooting. So, that's, I don't know.
But now we can't make him the commander of Rogue Squadron. That'd just be confusing.
Yeah, well.
Like in that, he looked like he just left the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah, in that one, it looks like Lando found him. It's like, hey, man, you want to go blow some shit up? He's like, yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yep, exactly.
He didn't look like he just left his squadron that he's been commanding.
Oh, the same old bad guys? Yeah, let's go get those guys.
Like, wait, they're not dead? You guys suck at this.
Yeah, didn't we do this once already? I don't know.
Next time I'll be retired for real.
Exactly. Hopefully, Patty Jenkins is getting some thoughts.
I will also point out that this Rogue Squadron logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has the new X-Wing in it.
Yes, it does. That it does. And I think that's been alluded to. I mean.
Well, no, it's been said that the next generation of Rogue Squadron.
Right.
So you didn't give us the first generation of Rogue Squadron. How can there be a next?
Well, Michael Stackpole gave us that in books.
Well, yeah, he did. Yes. Yeah, and they wiped that out for him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. Yeah. Hey, Michael, I got some questions for you about your non-canon work. Yes. Is there anything I can steal from there to make it canon?
Yeah, go ahead and read it. At this point, I could use the sales.
Yes. Well, I'm sure that this movie, whether it comes out or not, or it's late or comes out on time or whatever.
On time. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's the funny part you said.
I know. I'm sure it would
Not on time.
would increase some sales for his books, which would be great for him. So,
Oh yeah, it definitely should, as long as they're still printing them.
oh yeah, there's what do they call those now? They have a little banner across the top of them now. Star Wars Legends. Yeah.
I have a feeling they're gonna end up ditching that effort because they're gonna do stuff like Rogue Squadron. People are gonna read Rogue Squadron like, why didn't they just do this? And they're gonna be like, yep, we're not gonna do that no more.
Exactly.
Legends is gone.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine?
Yeah, they're gonna rename it
Disney
unofficial
book burnings. Fucking.
Oh, come on.
No, we'll buy back
Disney
every
would never
copy.
take part in anything like that.
We'll buy back every copy. You got to incinerate these things.
Yep. Yeah, Disney would never take part in anything like that. So
Right. You keep saying that, Joe.
I know. I would never support such a thing.
Right.
Again.
Oh, stop it.
Sorry.
Ah, yes. You're bad.
So yes, apparently it's still in the works. Apparently we're still going to see it in 2023, allegedly.
Right.
So, all right. Oh, where to go? All right. Damon Lindelof?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
You said it close enough.
I said it how it's spelled.
Right.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Damon Lindelof. Yep.
Apparently, like everyone else in Hollywood, he's working on a new Star Wars movie.
Of course he is. So, what do you think his chances are?
Of what?
Well, not getting fired.
Oh. Well, I'd say this movie is a lost cause.
Ah, yes. So, I mean, I would say his chances are probably pretty good because, they love J.J. Abrams, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much begged them to come back to make another one. And, this guy is like partners with J.J. Abrams for, Lost, as you were alluding to. And,
I'm full of puns.
I know. And, I don't know. I guess we'll see what this was going to be about. I don't know. We'll see. It's just interesting to me. I don't know. I'm wondering. We seem to go this route with the movies, right?
It's really weird that we're doing this now, though, because there's all these movies on the slate,
right?
Supposedly the Rian Johnson trilogy is still in the works.
Yeah.
Even though that's been rumored to be canceled about 17 times now.
Yes.
It's, you got the Taika Waititi stuff.
Yep.
Patty Jenkins.
Yep.
Probably like 15 other people.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Feige was supposed to be making one.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I mean, they were talking about 3 more movies, right? Not necessarily a trilogy. For what, 23, 25, and 27, whatever, something like that.
Right.
And so now here's a 4th person in the mix. But we just named off 4, right? So
right.
How does this work? Is this going to be another one in 2029, or is one of those other people we just mentioned drop off, and he's going to be taking over one of these films? That's the kind of stuff that we're not getting that would be helpful to understand what's happening.
Well, I would say that if they're going the Kevin Feige route, right, this is probably someone in the Kevin Feige. Like, are they saying what's he supposed to be working on? Like, what's he supposed to be doing?
Who?
Writing? Lindelof.
He is reportedly working on a Star Wars movie.
As a writer?
They didn't say. They just said working on a new Star Wars movie, as opposed to an old one.
So, like, that's my thing. Like, his his past is a lot of writing and producer credits, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So that's my question. Is he a writer? Is he a producer?
Yeah.
If he's a producer, it could be attached to any single one of these projects.
That is true.
Any one of the existing ones we know about. If it's a writer, it also still could be connected to any one of these projects we're already talking about.
Yeah.
So
here's what I love though about this whole thing is that you know, you don't, I don't know. All you got to do is just go out there and say you want it now, because he says the writer producer was approached to create a new entry in the Star Wars universe after publicly saying he'd like to work in that universe. So all you got to do is like say out in public, "Hey, I'd love to do this."
Yeah,
You're
I
hired.
would love to do some work in the Star Wars universe.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't think it's going to work for you, Joe.
Now we play the waiting game.
Exactly. Still waiting.
Yeah, I that is the way it goes, right?
Right.
Like, oh, they said they want to do it. That means they must be doing it. No. You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. You got to be like Ewan McGregor. You got to say you're not doing it.
Yeah. For years.
Yeah. You know.
While knowing the whole time that eventually, yes, it's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm still very disappointed that he has been lying to us for so long.
Oh, come on now. Of course he was lying to us. He was using the Force, Joe. These are not the movies you're looking for.
Yeah.
But
hey, he was telling us the truth. From a certain point of view.
Yeah, from a certain point of view. So I'm just wondering now, I'm familiar with Lost, not familiar with The Leftovers, which he's worked on, or The Watchmen. So, we're going to have a bunch of people crash land on Octu or something, and then just wondering how this story might go.
Well, I can tell you how to go.
Excellent.
You're going to invest 2 hours of your time to find out that nothing happened the way you thought it did.
Right. Yeah. It was confusing.
It was all one big experiment.
Exactly. Well, let's hope there's more Star Wars than Lost in there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. At least the end of Lost, right?
Yeah, that was the bit that was like, what? Really?
Kind of do this like the beginning and be like, all right, this is good.
Exactly.
And you get to the end, it's like, what the hell was that?
Exactly.
Like, I see why they ditched the Game of Thrones guys, so this guy's days are numbered.
Yep. That's
once they realized that the final season wasn't so critically acclaimed.
right. Exactly. That's so true. It's now to be fair, like I said, haven't seen The Leftovers or The Watchmen, so maybe that stuff's great. But yes, Lost, man, there's a whole lot of lead up to what the hell? Yeah.
Right.
So,
and it was like some what the hell in a way. Is like, was this sci-fi?
Exactly.
Was this what was it? Is this like a conspiracy? Like
some sort of a spiritual thing? Yeah.
Like,
who knows?
Were they in like, yeah. So, yeah.
And we'll see. I mean, the clock's ticking, right? We'll see if he even lasts long enough to make a film. Because, that's kind of been a thing. Yeah.
All right, moving on. Might as well keep the rumor mill churning.
Ooh.
And this one's like less of a rumor, kind of like a half confirmed.
Okay.
Kevin Kiner was on the Convor call.
Okay.
I was just talking about what he's doing.
Right.
And he says, we are working on a new project. It's an animated project. It's a Star Wars project. And that's all we can say. I'm surprised you're allowed to say that because they ain't said none of that.
Right.
He says it's really, really freaking great to the point where Lucasfilm and Disney are giving us a full orchestra for every episode. It's a very special project.
Ooh.
Some great, great people are involved, and we're really privileged to be part of that one. And I probably said too much already.
Tell us more.
Yeah, what's it called?
Yeah.
So, the thing that got me here is a full orchestra for every episode.
Yeah. Dang.
So, yeah, they're going big. Something big's happening here.
So, I mean, do we think this is like season 2 of The Bad Batch?
Why would you have a full orchestra for that?
See, I kind of agree. I mean,
For every episode?
yeah.
Like I could understand having a full orchestra for an episode because it's going to go really bad for them.
Exactly.
But
I almost
every
wonder
episode?
this man.
Like, do you really need a full orchestral score for, a bunch of stunning?
I see this going one of two ways, honestly. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is either going to be something that's like animated version of maybe immediately post Return of the Jedi, or High Republic era show.
I bet it's High Republic era.
It could be.
They're really wanting to push this.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know why.
Right.
I mean, it's got. I shouldn't say it like that, right? Because it's got real good glimmers of good stuff, but as a whole, it just feels very disjointed to me. Like it feels like they don't know where they want to go.
Right.
The only thing that seems to be a constant is when they're telling the story of the bad guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they seem to kind of have a direction there
Okay.
for their selected bad guys, but man, as far as the rest of it goes, and even that, like saying they have a direction for the bad guys is almost like kind of wrong in itself, just because the bad guys are so unpredictable and wild and don't really have a plan.
Okay. Like they're just there to create chaos?
Exactly. That's their whole thing.
Okay.
Hell, their saying is like to ride the storm.
Oh, really?
You don't say that if you got a plan.
Yeah, exactly. And they're called what, the Nile or something?
Yeah, the Nihil.
Nile, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like on the nose, right? They're nihilistic. I mean, it's, I don't know. It's
It's literally on the nose.
Yes. So, I'm gonna say that's probably my guess, because they have been really promoting the High Republic era stuff. I mean, YouTube channels devoted to it and this and that. I got a feeling.
I mean, go to StarWars.com right now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, absolutely.
guaranteed, it's the first thing that pops up. Oh no, it's Cad Bane.
But
Next up's Galactic Star Cruiser.
see, man, you suck, Joe.
Oh, but here we are.
Okay,
And then it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
but it's
Okay, my bad.
what?
So if you just scroll down,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Okay.
It's pinned to the main page. It's not like,
Oh, I see.
if you click through the news feed, that's all different kinds of stuff. But if you scroll down on the main page, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Right.
then the High Republic.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the High Republic is their jam right now.
Yeah, exactly. Which, it's kind of hard for me to get my head wrapped around it, simply because, there's been enough said about, leading up to the Phantom Menace. It's, been relatively peaceful, so.
I mean, it relatively peaceful. I mean, I think they even like they oversold it to start in the High Republic. You know, they're trying to make it like this is like utopian society, right?
Right.
It's this utopian society that all kinds of bad stuff's happening. It's like that's not
working well then. Yes. But I don't know, that era of stuff, you know, older than the Phantom Menace, you're kind of getting into the what do you call it? It's certainly not like Tales of the Jedi type era too much, because that's way older, but it's old enough to where I could see them kind of going that, you know, full orchestral score type thing, you know, kind of trying to go classic with it, you know.
Well, I feel like with the High Republic, they're wanting to reinvent Star Wars.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's really got that kind of feel, right? Like,
yeah,
it's like they're trying to reinvent themselves. So I could see them going all out to do some High Republic stuff. I am a little surprised that they're not going all the way.
When you say all the way, you mean feature film?
Yeah, they're not fully committing.
Well, maybe that's what Damon Lindelof is working on.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah, I always crack up because, like, the tag is always Star Wars, the High Republic. And it says, a new era of Star Wars is here. It's a new era in the Old Republic.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you didn't think that one through.
Exactly. Who knows? Maybe
it's a new era, right? Like, it's 300 years, right? Something like that.
Yeah, a couple 100, 300, whatever. Yeah.
300 before the events of the Phantom Menace.
Right.
So it's a new era of Star Wars, even though in the first movie, for 1,000 generations.
Yes.
Pretty sure 300 years is not 1,000 generations.
Exactly.
Pretty sure that'd be around 30,000 years.
Yeah, something like that.
So close.
Yeah, close. Well, I mean, maybe it'll be the best thing ever.
Maybe.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, and we could be completely wrong about it, you know? I mean, because I do think, you know, the other route you could go with this is if you're going to do like a, you know, the adventures of Han, Leia, Luke, and Chewie after Return of the Jedi. But it's animated, you know? Then you might want to go with full orchestra. I'm going to make this maybe a limited series, you know, animated.
Right.
And go big, you know? Kind of really pay some homage to the OT characters, you know?
Yeah, good.
Maybe.
Like I said, my issue here is I don't want to go down too much of a High Republic rant. Right. We already started.
Right.
But, like, my issue with the High Republic is this. You're calling it the High Republic. This is the high times for the Republic, right? This is when it was at its best.
Right.
The first book literally opens with billions of people dying.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
you mentioned this, yes.
It doesn't sound like you're in the best of times.
Well, maybe it's kind of like a Tale of Two Cities thing, right? It's the best of times is the worst of times. Yeah. Depends on what system you're in.
Pretty sure billions of people dying is just the worst. Like, you just
yeah, okay. Well,
no getting around it. Yeah, it was my first thought. Like, I'm listening to it, it's like, yeah, this is light and airy. You know, a billion people just died. There's just like unchained destruction. I've only read the first two. Is the third one out yet?
I'm not sure.
I've only read the first two, and then the like audio drama that they did.
Okay.
I got into that too. I didn't get into any of the comics or young adult novels, so I could be kind of off base. maybe the other stuff's better.
Right?
You know, better times. Yeah, it seems to be worse off than what we saw at the start of the Phantom Menace.
Right. Then you had trade federations and,
Yeah.
politics in the Senate and all that stuff.
I mean, I guess it's the High Republic because the government's trying to do good, whereas the government later on is just bureaucratic and worthless.
Okay. Maybe
That's where they're going for. Maybe it's a government angle.
Right.
Which is a poor decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree.
It's like, look, I know people are dying, but we're trying our best here. Why can't we all be friends?
Right.
We are all the Republic. Seriously, they say that a lot. We are all the Republic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like their catchphrase. We are all the Republic. Apparently not. There's someone killing you.
Right. Yeah. Those people inflicting pain? Yeah. Not the Republic.
Not the Republic. Those mean peoples.
Exactly.
Damn it, Putin.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Can't cross the streams, Joe.
I know, and I keep doing it. It's just also funny. I'm not doing it for any reason other than being a wise ass. So
Yes.
All right. Christopher Lloyd.
Haha. Yes. Speaking of crossing the streams.
Apparently, Christopher Lloyd is going to be joining the Star Wars franchise in season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Well, what do you think he'll be doing?
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, okay. This is me typecasting him, but, why not? I think he's got to be like some sort of crazy mad scientist guy working in that mountain that, where I think they're working on cloning and stuff. And it kind of, he would just fit that role, like he's nuts. He's been in there. He hasn't seen the light of day in decades. And because he's getting closer and closer, he's so close to having everything right. And
wow, going the mad scientist route.
Heck yeah.
Huh.
What do you think?
Well, I think it'll be crazy.
Okay.
But I think he's going to be like that crazy bartender who's seen some shite.
Ah, okay. I could see that happening. So what you're saying is, what you're describing, in my opinion, could amount to as much as maybe like a cameo role.
Yes.
Whereas what I was thinking is he might be some sort of a, I don't want to say major character, but something more than just,
So you're putting him on like the Herzog level, right? Like
yeah, something like that. You might see him.
So a main character, but limited.
Yes, very limited, but yes. Yeah.
Could be.
Just to kind of show. It would help us understand how long they've been working on this cloning and, all that stuff. I just, because I feel like this has been something that Palpatine's been working on for a long time prior to becoming Chancellor. You know what I mean?
Well, there's kind of some stakes to this too, right? Because Palpatine was in fact a clone, right? His body was a clone.
Well,
in The Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah. I was gonna
but
say.
it wasn't able to hold together because it couldn't contain. Like they explained this somehow. Like
His
it couldn't contain his
power.
force essence or some crap like that.
Something like that, yeah.
It just wasn't a good vessel. That's why he was rotted and deteriorated.
Right. But I think, Christopher Lloyd just seems like the type of guy who could play a doctor who's being pushed to his limits, try and get this figured out, and as a result, kind of going a little loopy,
Yeah, I think you've seen Back to the Future too many times.
Hey, and why wouldn't I?
I know, right? Yeah, I mean, it's totally plausible.
Yeah.
Even probable.
Yeah. I would like to see him in a role more like that as opposed to, the bartender, where you get to go, oh, hey, look, there's Christopher Lloyd, and that's it. I mean,
I still think it would be a recurring character.
do you?
But like a recurring character because here you're dealing with a bounty hunter. He's got to go somewhere.
Right.
And, in these types of situations, there's always a bartender that like knows too much, right?
Sure. Do you think
So.
the potential's there for him to be like an old Mandalorian, right? That maybe he's the one who can show Din Djarin where to find the water under the mines,
Bridge?
or whatever, of Mandalore. Yeah, well, I don't know. I forget what those. Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
Could see him being a hermit on Mandalore.
right. Survived the Night of 1,000 Tears and just barely making his way on Mandalore to this day.
I think that could work.
That could work too. Yeah.
And that would be exciting because that means they're actually going to tell the Mandalorian story.
Right.
We all know how I feel about that.
No. He's coming in for one episode. They're going to tell his story and just bookend it with the Mandalorian being there. That's
You're probably right.
sorry.
Yeah, he's playing some character that has some connection to a character we know, but we've never seen this character before.
Right. But hey, it's going to be in Star Wars, which means we're getting more Star Wars. That'll be awesome. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So, here's we'll close it out here with this one.
okay.
Orlam.
Right. Okay, now I got to try and find this.
Oh, damn it, Doug.
I know. Huh.
Last one.
I know, but I have it's got lost in my tabs. All right, so I'm going to start telling off the cuff here because Forlom is rumored to be in
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah.
I love the way some of these articles are writing it.
Okay.
Just want to toss this out there.
Yeah.
Like, because there's this one here, Obi-Wan Kenobi will feature a fan favorite Star Wars bounty hunter.
Right.
Since when is Forlom a fan favorite bounty hunter?
I know. Most people, I shouldn't, not most people listening to us, but most people are going to be like, who? Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess since it's a fan favorite bounty hunter, I'll say this. They better not screw him up.
Right.
Forlom is, got a rich history.
Yes. A protocol droid who overrode his programming to become a thief and bounty hunter. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Fan favorite. Stop with the clickbait.
So here's my question.
Here's another one. Beloved bounty hunter, rumored to return for Obi-Wan Kenobi. Beloved.
Right.
We're getting ridiculous.
Well, of all the bounty hunters that were on the deck of that Star Destroyer, when you think of those, who do you think of?
Boba Fett.
You have Boba Fett, you have Bosk, you have IG-88, and then some people might know Dengar, and then there's some others. It's kind of how it goes, right? I mean, but anyway.
Yeah, no one knew who the hell Forlom was.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. Hardcore fans know who Forlom is.
Yeah.
But fan favorite?
I know.
God.
So, my question is this, though. We've gotten our teaser trailer for Obi-Wan, and it's clear that we are going to have a lot of Inquisitor action going on, and we've seen production stills of Hayden Christensen in the suit, so Darth Vader.
15 Inquisitors.
Just how many antagonists are we going to need? I mean, and okay, so maybe he's not an antagonist. Maybe he's going to help Obi-Wan. I don't know. But, it seems to me like...
Seems interesting if he helps Obi-Wan that he ends up on that Star Destroyer later.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, let's hire this guy.
Yeah.
Like, even if he screws up, like, how are you going to hire this guy?
Right.
Vader's not this forgiving sort.
Exactly. So, I'm just wondering, it's like, yeah, just how many people do we need Obi-Wan to be facing off against here?
All of them.
All of them, right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna love seeing Obi-Wan in action and whatever he's got to deal with, but it's like, okay, I think the Inquisitors and Vader, that's gonna be enough, to deal with.
Well, I mean, not only that, but you're gonna have to fit some Imperial officers in there and some.
Right.
I'm sure there'll be stormtroopers.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, right? So it's rumors, right? And so, it turned down your ears, right? Because this might be spoilery. And I stress might. Rumors are that Obi-Wan's going to have to leave Tatooine to, quote unquote, rescue Leia. So I'm wondering if maybe there was some sort of, kidnapping, and Forlom might have been paid to perform this act to get at Bail Organa somehow.
Well, why would he be going to save Leia?
Who, Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Because Bail Organa asked him to, because...
Yeah, but why would she lead off with, like, years ago, you fought for my father in the Clone Wars?
Oh, I know.
Not like,
I know.
hey, you remember that time you saved me? Yeah, I need your help again.
I'm just saying.
I know, I'm just saying.
Right. This is what we've heard. Unsubstantiated. But I guess that would be a way that you could work in Forlom.
I mean, maybe he's got to go there to save Leia in this plot that was set up by the Inquisitors to draw him out. And Leia's not really there. A la Luminara.
Right. Yes. Yeah, from Rebels.
Yep,
that would work. And
exposes a couple things, right? The Bail Organa connection to Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Leia connection to the Rebels, exposes a lot of things.
Right.
It's a good plot.
Yeah, that could work.
And it would give Vader a little more credence to saying, you are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Take her away.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can tell me all this stuff. You're on a diplomatic mission. Bull, lady. Bull.
Yes. Now, that would be something interesting to see, right?
And he's not going to come out and say it because the Inquisitors aren't supposed to be like this well-known thing, right? Like,
yeah. In some ways, I'm thinking that they're not really that worried about how well-known the Inquisitors get because, look at the trailer or the at least the stills that we got from Entertainment Weekly, and we have Inquisitors out in the town square laying down the law.
Yeah, but do they do that all over the galaxy, or is it just when necessary?
I would say whenever necessary, but I mean their job is to seek out Jedi, so they go wherever they got to go and do that. I'm sure the word would get around.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's not like I don't know. I'm sure word would get around. They have a holonet, so.
An Empire-controlled holonet.
Of course.
Scrub whatever you want.
That's true. That is true. Nothing but propaganda.
Of course.
So, I don't know.
We all know special forces are a thing, but we don't know what they do.
Yes. So, I don't know. Not sure how Forlom would play into this. Interesting that they're going this route.
I'll tell you how. Oh, look, it's Forlom.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Christopher Lloyd at the bar thing, right?
Right.
I don't know. I have to wait and see, I guess. I feel like if he's going to be another antagonist, it's like, okay, that side of things is starting to get a little full, but we'll see.
I think they just need to have characters that he can, they can't even, yeah, it's getting even more full because you got all these antagonists he can't defeat.
Right, because they show up later, yeah? Vader, Forlom, yeah.
And I should say definitively defeat.
Right.
You can't go cutting all these characters in half,
Yeah. Well, Star Wars, we can fix that. I kid, but yeah, you're right. I mean, at least 2 of the Inquisitors that we've seen are going to be showing up later on in Rebels.
Right.
And Vader, we see later. Forlom, we see later. Yeah. That's one thing we know about this this show is everyone gets out alive. Yeah.
Yeah, they got one Inquisitor that they can deal with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is probably going to happen too. Which it's almost kind of, I don't know. Maybe they'll do something to switch that up on us, but that's almost kind of like a given, isn't it? What we can expect.
Right. It'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting, yes.
Be tuning in for Obi-Wan Against the Galaxy.
Heck yeah.
While he's supposed to be in exile.
Right.
Yeah, it's just starting to seem like there's going to be a whole lot of people that know he's alive.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way already, doesn't it? So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I just hope they don't make it to where Vader's like, yeah, it was a presence I haven't felt since last week.
Yeah. That one time on Tatooine. Yeah. Why didn't I look harder? Yeah.
Oh, he was right there.
Exactly. If I had turned left and not right. Yeah.
If I had just made that left turn at Albuquerque.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you have anything to add to the conversation, you can always email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. It's the best way to get a hold of us. But we're also on social media, @thewarsandmore on Twitter, Facebook.com/thewarsandmore, at The Wars and More on Instagram. You can find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewarsandmore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think that about covers it.
All right. We will talk next week.